Briefing, overview of Elon Musk's recent developments. Date, March 18, 2026. Recently, Elon Musk's business empire has reached several critical milestones across legal regulation, technical architecture, and market competition. On the legal and regulatory front, Musk is engaged in settlement negotiations with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, regarding lawsuits related to his acquisition of Twitter, now X, potentially ending a long-standing legal tug-of-war. Simultaneously, Musk's strategy in the financial payments sector has become clearer with the official debut of X Money, a next-generation digital payment platform. This marks a substantive step toward his vision of creating an everything app. However, his core industries face challenges. In the field of artificial intelligence, following the departure of several co-founders, Musk announced a necessary restructuring of XAI to address talent attrition and the pressures of rapid technological iteration. In the electric vehicle market, Tesla has lost its direct sales policy advantage in Washington state, while competitors Rivian and Lucid secured direct selling rights through new agreements, complicating the competitive landscape. Additionally, while Musk's expansion plans in Mississippi faced fierce resistance from local residents, the dispute concluded with a legal victory for Musk's side, demonstrating his strong position in local infrastructure negotiations. Overall, Musk is in a transitional phase characterized by the resolution of legal disputes and the reshaping of core businesses. His aggressive expansion into AI and finance remains the focal point for future development. Tesla status briefing, March 18, 2026. Entering the first quarter of 2026, Tesla stands at a critical crossroads of strategic pivot and brand reputation rebuilding. In terms of market performance, Tesla has shown strong competitive resilience in China. Sales in the first 2 months grew against the market trend, outpacing its primary rival, BYD, indicating that its dominance in the world's largest EV market remains solid. However, Tesla's flagship full self-driving (FSD) technology is facing a severe crisis of confidence. A recent series of sudden accidents following perfect drives has prompted deep media scrutiny regarding the system's safety and reliability. This technical uncertainty has begun to shake its core fan base. Several long-term Tesla influencers have publicly announced they are leaving the fandom, reflecting a loosening of brand loyalty amid safety controversies and intense market competition. Notably, Tesla's growth narrative is strategically shifting from pure autonomous driving toward energy storage. Analysts point out that compared to the slow progress of robotaxis, the battery business has become the company's most promising growth engine. With the U.S. government officially confirming a $4.3 billion battery partnership between Tesla and LG Energy Solution, Tesla's control over its supply chain has further strengthened. These movements suggest that despite challenges to its brand image and technical bottlenecks, Tesla is attempting to establish a more certain second growth curve by deepening its roots in the energy ecosystem beyond traditional auto manufacturing. SpaceX briefing, Starlink surpasses 10,000 satellites, capital market expectations rise. On March 18, 2026, SpaceX reached another milestone. Following the successful launch of a Falcon 9 rocket from Vandenberg Space Force Base in California, SpaceX officially achieved the 10,000 satellites in orbit feat. This launch is not only part of an intensive schedule but also signals that the construction of Global Low Earth Orbit (LEO) satellite internet has entered a new stage of massive scale. According to the latest launch manifest from Vandenberg, SpaceX will maintain a high frequency of Starlink deployments to further enhance global coverage and communication bandwidth. Alongside technical breakthroughs, SpaceX's financial movements have become a market focus. As business operations continue to expand, rumors of a potential SpaceX initial public offering, IPO, have heated up again, directly driving investor interest in space ETFs. Investors are closely monitoring the commercialization process, anticipating the aerospace giant's next move in the public markets. Briefing, progress on Elon Musk's Twitter, X, lawsuits and algorithm controversies. Date, March 18, 2026. Recent legal disputes and platform governance controversies surrounding Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter have entered a decisive phase. At the regulatory level, Musk is negotiating a settlement with the SEC regarding allegations of violations during the acquisition, seeking to quell long-term regulatory pressure. Meanwhile, a class action lawsuit alleging that Musk manipulated speech to drive down Twitter's stock price has concluded court arguments and has been handed to the jury for a verdict. The trial focused on Musk's acquisition motives and whether his words and actions materially misled investors, causing financial loss. Regarding platform operations, academia has raised serious concerns about the rebranded X. A recent research report indicates that X's recommendation algorithms show a clear tendency toward radicalization, potentially exacerbating social polarization and the extremization of user views. Summary ** Musk is currently caught in a dual vortex of legal and public opinion challenges. On one hand, he must navigate SEC settlements and shareholder litigation. On the other, the negative impact of X's algorithms on the public discourse is triggering high alerts from research institutions. The outcome of these events will directly determine Musk's business credibility and the future governance model of X. Neuralink Special Briefing, March 18, 2026. With the rapid advancement of brain-computer interface (BCI) technology, industry leader Neuralink continues to hold a central position in capital markets, clinical applications, and ethical debates. Latest data shows Neuralink's valuation has soared to $9 billion, reflecting high investor confidence in Musk's frontier tech venture. In terms of clinical and social impact, Neuralink's first human subject, Noland Arbaugh, will appear as a keynote speaker at the Robotics Summit to share his first-hand experience with the implanted chip. This marks the technology's transition from laboratory research to public demonstration and practical application. However, progress is accompanied by profound reflection. Neuralink's chief surgeon recently issued a public warning, stating that current algorithms pose a potential threat to the human brain and calling for humans to use BCI to enhance their capabilities to resist negative algorithmic control. Meanwhile, global competition in the BCI field is intensifying. In the United States, competitor Eagle Eye successfully raised $100 million to capture market share. On the international stage, Chinese company Neuracle has received official approval for its BCI products, marking a major breakthrough in clinical access for China in this sector. In summary, while maintaining its valuation lead and technical demonstration effect, Neuralink faces the dual challenges of global capital competition and technological ethics. BCI technology is no longer just a sci-fi concept. It has become a key battlefield for reshaping the human future and triggering global competition for technological sovereignty.